Hi guys, my name's Abby and welcome back to my channel. So, a slight different video today, and I did say won't always be Godzilla content related my channel, but obviously kind of making it my main purpose that my channel is based around a lot of Godzilla related things. But obviously I did mention in my first kind of I'm back video where I built my Kiryu model kit that I will be doing videos here and there that aren't also related to Godzilla, just to give my channel a bit more of a broad variety. By the title of this video, I am today unboxing a different kind of figure, and as you may be able to tell by the title and my slight inspiration of the outfit I have gone for on who I am reviewing figure wise. And behind me, which I'll just do a quick little overlay shot video, is my little NieR shelf, which is related to NieR Replicant and NieR Automata. I have played NieR Automata and I absolutely adored the game. It was amazing. I won't go into too much detail because if there's anyone out there that wants to play it, I do not want to spoil it for you. Though I would recommend playing NieR Replicant first, because NieR Replicant did actually come first. I wasn't aware of this until I was reading reviews and I was like, oh, I was meant to play this one first. I'm actually going to be playing that one next because I didn't realise that was the one I was meant to be playing first. Sometimes if you want to play in the correct order, then you want to start looking at the Drakengard games, and then NieR Replicant, then NieR Automata, and then the final game, which was NieR Reincarnation, is not available on mobile anymore. So the only way you can kind of know about it is watching a full playthrough on YouTube, which I am going to do at some point. I'm going to have a little watch, and I have been watching the NieR Automata anime. I really love the anime. I highly recommend avoiding the anime if you have the intention to play the game, because the anime basically is the game, but there's a few differences in the anime. But I would say that if you are going to play the game first, otherwise you're just going to get spoilers. And I would highly recommend reading Your the Pearl Harbor Descent manga as well, maybe before playing NieR Automata, because it's a nice leading. So I will leave it up to you. Any questions about the NieR franchise, let me know in the comments below and I'll try my best to answer them the best I can with my knowledge. I haven't played any of the Drakengard games, but I really would like to. But I'll see, because some people say you can kind of get away with not playing them, but I don't know, if you really want to go through the whole, you know, experience, I guess that's probably the best thing to do. So before I carry on with this video, a quick side note for my Godzilla fans. In my last video, I told you I had no date when I would be receiving my next pre-order, and I contacted Emporium of Cool over the weekend to ask when I should be receiving King Ghidorah 1991 by Hiya Toys. And they said, unfortunately, we believe it's not going to be till November. So I was like, oh no, so that's a very long delay until my next kind of Godzilla related video. So I was a little bit like, we'll have to find other things to fit in for the time being, which I do have another NieR figure video coming up a bit later, so I won't spoil though. So they told me obviously November for the King Ghidorah figure, so I was a little bit disheartened, but I was like, that's fine, no issues. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, I get an email a few days later telling me we have good news, that they should be receiving King Ghidorah on the 8th of September, and then from there my order will be shipped out. So I shall hopefully around early September, mid-September, have a video for you guys, which will be the unboxing of King Ghidorah 1991 by Hiya Toys. I'm very excited because I pre-ordered this back in I think June, maybe even May, and we were supposedly meant to be receiving it I think around July, August time, and there was quite the delay, and I noticed it had gone to September, but then obviously got told November recently, and I thought, oh, okay, we'll just have to hold off with that then. But now I have been confirmed that the 8th of September is when they're receiving their stock, their shipment, and Emporium of Cool will then be shipping out my King Ghidorah, so I'm very excited to do an unboxing video for you guys. But anyway, let's go on to the unboxing video that we are actually here for today, which is... Here we have the NieR Automata 1/7 scale figure of 2B. Yorha number 2 type B is her full kind of like name, by the Good Smile company. This figure, from what I've heard, is kind of tricky to get hold of, and I say this because I tried to see if I could find an unboxing video of this figure on YouTube when I had ordered her, and I couldn't see any unboxing videos. I don't think I could even find a YouTube Shorts. So this is why I'm doing this unboxing video, is in case anyone else has ordered this figure and they want to get a review before actually purchasing. I knew I wanted this figure, but I thought, oh, there's a possibility there for me to do a little unboxing and review so people can do that. Unless I've not looked hard enough, and there is. But yeah, so I thought I would do an unboxing. I have shopped with this wonderful seller on eBay, and I will leave their selling eBay shop in the description below, because they've been great at being able to import figures from Japan and doing them at a really good price. So I'm very, very grateful to be holding this figure in my hands thanks to that seller, so thank you ever so much. And I'm very excited to unbox this. I have waited quite a while because I received this about 2 weeks ago, but I wanted to make sure I had got another Godzilla unboxing video out, and now I've got time to do my little unboxing of 2B, who is my absolute favourite character in NieR Automata. She is amazing. And then 9S, at the beginning I found him quite annoying, and since watching the anime he has grown on me. He's quite a funny character. He's rather entertaining. So yes, but let's get on with the unboxing. So, and also bear in mind, these figures that are like anime figures, they're not articulated unless it's a Figma or like a SH Figure Arts, which there is a 2B one of the SH Figure Arts, which I wouldn't mind getting, so I may do at some point, and then obviously I would love to do a review of that for you guys. But for figures like this that are like scale figures, statue figures, they're just in a pose, and that's that. So let's do a little unboxing. Here we have the figure. We have some slight box, I wouldn't say like, well, I guess it's classed as damage, but it's just obviously been dented where it's been in transit. That was cool coming from Japan to the seller before coming to me, and they made me aware of this, which I was very grateful for. But it's honestly not an issue whatsoever, because she's coming out the box. So, and just to confirm, like, where obviously this figure come from, it's an unopened figure, and I can see that because of the seals have not been broken. I can't remember this. It's either she comes with 2 head pieces where you can swap her head out with either having the mask on or mask off, or there's 2 versions of the 2B figure where one is with the mask on, one is with the mask off. I like her with her mask on just because obviously there's the whole reason why she has the mask. I won't obviously spoil anything, so I will keep quiet. It's not anything major, but obviously I just don't want to spoil things for people if they haven't played the game or whatnot. On top we have instructions, which obviously just tell you how to place the figure on the stand. So, oh, by the looks of it you can change her head, I think, if I'm right. That's what it seems to be. That's cool. So we have instructions on how to do that, which is nice. So yeah, A, B, C and D. So A is the figure, B is her sword, her virtuous treaty, C is her spare headpiece, and D is the base. So I can have her with or without the mask, but I'll most likely keep her with her mask on. Oh wow. That's amazing. You have to be so careful taking these figures out because of these popper bits. Too much force when they pop open sometimes and the figure can come flying out and you think, oh for goodness sake, like, I don't want to break it. Thankfully that wasn't as bad. Then there was still another bit of sellotape attached. Jesus, there we go. Right, let's move that to the side. Before we look at the figure, the base decided to make its appearance first. So let's have a little look at the base. So the base here is like your typical kind of cobblestone rocky ground, which is really nice because it's not, at first it looked like just a picture printed onto it. It's not, it's actually textured and it's slightly raised to look like it's an actual bit of, you know, pavement, a bit of ground. So that's really cool and I like the contrasting that's happening there where we're going from dark to light. And then obviously on there is the bit where she will stand in, so she's supported. So that's the base. Next up we will get out her. So if I bring her up a bit closer, just very carefully we'll take her out. She's in a lot of protective bits. We have her spare head and then we have her weapon, which I believe is her virtuous treaty. Let's just take a little look at her spare head. So we have here 2B's spare head, which is awesome. So obviously, like I said, I can either have her with or without her mask. I will probably keep her with her mask on just because that's how I prefer her to be. Her hand is attached to the sword, so we just need to attach this section. Sorry I had to do that bit off screen to get her swording because it was really stiff, but we got there in the end. Right, now let's place her onto her stand, which goes like that, and there we have it. NieR Automata's 2B. She looks great. Oh, let's do a little close-up. I have put the flash on for this just so it brings out the details a little bit better. So here we have NieR Automata's 2B, Yorha number 2 type B soldier. She honestly looks amazing. I'm really impressed with this figure. Good Smile Company have done an absolute amazing job. I absolutely love the details on her dress. They really do stand out. The highlights and the shadows on her dress are really done well, especially here. I really like this whole little section where her shoulder pad is hitting light very nicely, so it brings out the highlights and the shadows. It looks really nice. It's a really well done figure, and quite accurate as well. And I'm not saying that the other figures that I have aren't as accurate, but you find that smaller figures tend to lose quite a lot of detail, whereas with this 1/7 scale the detail is very clear, which is really nice. So can you see now why I put a black hairband in and tried to find a similar top to the top half of a dress? I know I haven't got long sleeves, but I did my best, and I didn't put a mask on either, so I'm not totally accurate. So here we have the NieR Automata 2B figure, which is a 1/7 scale figure by the Good Smile Company. The Good Smile Company has been around for quite some time, and I have bought a few figures that are from the Good Smile Company and have always been very impressed with them, and never let down. So very happy with this one. So much detail into this figure, which I really like. My other NieR figures are Pop-Up Parade, because their prices tend to be a bit on the lower end. I'm always quite surprised as well actually how well detailed their figures are for not as a higher end of figure. But yeah, to have a Good Smile Company figure of 2B is really nice because her details are really good and she just really stands out, which is awesome. I am starting to run out of space, as you can probably tell, of where to put my figures, and for that reason I'm thinking at some point about upgrading my desk, so then it's a bit of a corner desk, so then I will have a bit of space on the side of my desk to put more figures. So that's something that is coming up in the future, so you'll probably see updates about that over on my Instagram, which I want to say a huge thank you to those who have gone over and followed me on Instagram. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, obviously I'm a bit more frequent at posting over on Instagram, as I previously mentioned in my other video, so if you are wanting to keep up to date with a few bits, then do please follow. I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. From what I can say is she's an absolutely amazing figure, very, very detailed, and I really love the paint job on this figure, because not only is it just done so well, there's just obviously like the highlights and the shading, and it just really does stand out. She's a really good figure, and because she's my absolute favourite character in NieR Automata, I just knew I had to get my hands on this figure. So for anyone that is looking to get this figure and you are a massive fan of NieR Automata and 2B is your favourite, I really don't think you should miss out on this one if you can find it. She is a bit hard to come by, but if you do manage to get her, then amazing, and I hope you really enjoy unboxing her too and displaying her in your room. Don't forget, the next video will probably be my King Ghidorah 1991 figure by Hiya Toys. I honestly cannot wait to review this figure for you guys. I think I've underestimated actually how big this figure is going to be, so I've really got to consider my shelves because they're getting very full. So I'm hoping I can get him on the shelf that's there, as there is space behind Mecha Godzilla, but we will have to see. I might have to do some shimmying around, or I might have to put some bases away in some of the like atomic breaths, because they might be taking up a bit too much room. So yes, but that will be the next video. So if you're looking forward towards another Godzilla related video, then don't worry, it will be coming up very, very soon. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I can't believe I've just said that. I don't think I've ever said that in any of my videos. So if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, because it means a lot to me. And if you want to keep up to date with a bit more frequent content, then head over to my Instagram, which will be left in the links in the description below. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.